Hello, welcome back. Now this video is all about formatting once again, but this time instead of manually formatting a document that we've created, we're going to be using some software. Now this is going to be some software we have to pay for. It's going to be not very much money at all, and it's software I have tried and used for at least 6 months. Very happy with it. It's excellent to know how to manually format your document, and you can always carry on doing that if you so wish, but if you can save a little bit of time, and I always like to do that, then software which works quickly and easily can be a great boon. So looking at the same example of this travel related ghost story book, we can pick out the document which we created manually, and we want to create something similar using some software. And the software I use is one called KD Publishing Pro, and you've probably heard of that, and whether you've used it or not, I can thoroughly endorse it. And this is what they talk about: KD Kindle Money Machines every month with the FSC. Kindle KD Publishing Pro, no more hours of formatting, no more rejected submissions. Of course that can happen. Kindle can reject your submission if it doesn't match their criteria. No more weird coding. It's basically, it does what it says on the tin. It's very quick and easy and simple to use, and what's more, it's not a lot of money, this particular product. And I will put the web address in the resource area. It's $27. Keeps changing around. I've seen it at $47 and I've seen it marginally less than that, but even at $47 it's well worthwhile. It comes with tutorials as to how to use it, but I'm going to show exactly how to use it right now. So once you've bought your software, this is not one you use online. You do download it to your computer and you open up a pane like this, and you literally click down here, create, and we're going to be starting a document from scratch. Now when I put this book together, this ghost book together, I outsourced, or actually I outsourced several stories, but I ended up with 7 for my first book, which I put in the short publication, and then I made a series of books with other more travel related ghost books continuing on from that. But 7 stories, I put 1 story on each Word document, and then I just compile them together. So 1 story per chapter. And what we're going to do is I have got them all on each individual documents down here, as you can see, but I'm just going to use this one that we've created because it's all in one place. So I'm going to cut and paste the title, and so we put the title here of the new book. Okay, author, that could be myself, even though I outsourced it. I did actually write the introduction and a few bits and pieces, conclusions, so I could give a pen name, but I'll give it my own name. And then we come down to add a chapter, the first chapter. Now actually, before we do that, before we go to add a chapter, I just want to show you this. It gives you a table of contents, and it'll automatically create a table of contents for you, just like the one over here, and it'll be hyperlinked, so it'll link to any page, any section within the document. But it gives you the ability, so this is the add a chapter bit, just opened up here. It gives you the ability to show a table of contents numbers. Now, so whether you tick that box or not, it's up to you whether you just want to show numbers or no numbers for the table of contents, i.e. chapter number 1, chapter number 2, that sort of thing. It also, I'm going to kill this for the time being because we're just going to look at these little facets here which are part of the front matter. It adds a copyright page, and you click here and you can edit the copyright. It'll give you a very basic standard formulaic copyright statement, and you can change it. So let's just change this here, bring it up to date 2013, and put that down there. written permission of the copyright holder. I'll just put my own name here. Okay, save that. So that's the copyright done. Table of contents will be made automatically. We'll save it to our PC once we've got going. So yes, we've got this new page we're going to open. So we click Add Chapter. Up comes this box. My first, not so much a chapter, my first section I'm going to be using is the introduction. I'll click here. So I literally copy and paste all of that from wherever you've got it saved on your PC, the content, be it content that you've created for the children's books. Now, whether you include the images or not, or just the text, you might want to just try it with the text first of all and then add the images later, or try it all together, and it should work in both respects. So I'm going to copy that, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. I'm going to paste everything here, and then I'm going to take out, effectively, take out that. That's not needed in the introduction, and I'll cut out the word introduction, and I'm going to put that up here as the title. So we've got the title up the top here for each of the chapters, and then the content goes down in this box here. Save that. And then we add another chapter. And I'm going to come on down to the first chapter here, and I'm going to copy and then paste again as I did before. Cut the title out and stick the title up here. Okay. Alright, we're starting to build our content list of chapter titles here. It says add a subchapter. So say you wanted to have a subchapter under that, you'd highlight that particular chapter, click that, and then it'll do exactly the same. But as it stands, we're having chapters under the title here. You can edit the chapter, one that you've already created. You can remove a chapter. You can reorder them by going up and down like this, vice versa, and then you can have a preview of what you've done once you've got once you've gone a little bit further. I'll show you that in a minute. Right, so we're going to add another chapter. Now the beauty of this system is they've done a lot of coding in the background. It looks very simple on the front, like all good software, a lot of coding in the background, so whatever is produced will be resizable for any Kindle reading platform that any customer is using it on, be it a Kindle Fire, a normal black and white Kindle, or even if it's being used on an iPhone, for instance, on when an iPhone or an iPad which is using a Kindle app, so it'll resize automatically, and that's a good thing too. Paste here. Okay, cut that. Okay. Right, so you're starting to get the picture of how that all works, and I'll put it on pause in a minute, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the whole document created. Click Save there. Okay, that's all the 7 chapters plus the introduction created in one document within the software. Remember, I said on the right hand side, the preview pane, it'll give you an idea of what it looks like. What you do is you double click on any one of the chapters, and then it'll give you a preview on the right hand side. You can see how it will look quite good because I can see already that this wine tasting at the renovated winery, I have for some reason got a space up here, so I can go and change that. Okay, no, I think that space is meant to be there, so that's all good. No, they're all the same. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, I know what happened here. I didn't take the title out of that one and put it at the top, so I can edit that chapter. I can see there was a problem there. I should have taken that out of there. I put it at the top in the title, but I didn't cut that out of there, so I'll just delete that from. Okay, save like that, and then you're more or less done. You can put right at the end, if you want to put say you've got links, you've got rather like here when I've got links to my other books, right at the end and at the beginning, I can use that, copy that, and I can stick that right at the end just by literally doing add a chapter. Okay, save. Include in the TOCs. Basically it's asking me to give it a title and to include it in the table of contents. I'll just literally put an asterisk there so I can take that out later, but it'll satisfy that. Okay, save, and what you'll do is you'll browse initially. When you first come to save your document, you'll click browse and you'll locate an area on your computer where you want to save it, then you'll click save. So if you click save and you've not done this step, up will come a little flashing icon here and you've got to browse for where you want to save it, and then you click save. Okay, so that's that. Let's shrink that out of the way. So this is the book which we did manually, and I will now bring up a copy of what we've just created. Okay, now initially it looks as though it's quite large in areas, and that's true. I like to, you can tinker around with it to make it user friendly once you've got it in this format, and I just like to make this smaller, make this, actually I'm going to make that as it's the title, make that size 18 point, make that 14 point, that's all fine as the copyright. Table of contents, I like to bring that down to 14 points. Here it's automatically defaulted to Times New Roman, and this is automatically the main body text to 12 point, which we're using in our manual format as well. I think I actually prefer the table of contents without the numbering, so I'd take those out, and I'd take them out of here as well. I might leave that, but I'm going to take them out here, so I'll make that smaller, make that 14 bold for the title, and I do that right the way along here. And just, this is the point where you can tidy up your document and make any changes you want. And this is also the point where, say you want to insert an image, remember you don't cut and paste an image. Now you might have been able to put the image in here when you can cut and paste the text into a new chapter, and it might have the image in at that point. Let's cancel that. But I tend to like to add the images myself manually, But you can try it either way, but if you do it manually you really can't go wrong. So if we click an image here in space, this is a ghost story in space, let's click picture. So you just do the insert, use the insert function from the toolbar at the top, and navigate to where I've got images. I'll just use this at random. There were not, I didn't originally include images in this particular one, but maybe I could go back and add images now. That's the beauty of Kindle publishing. Unlike with a hard copy book or even a paperback book, once that's published you're done. You can't make any changes, but you can always go back and make changes with Kindle publishing. You literally just upload the new version, the new document, and which literally just overwrites the original version you've got up, and you can make changes, grammatical or even textual changes, and add images later on if you want, as you can with the cover image. If you want to give your book a new boost, a new look of life, without having to go back and do a complete reprint as in the real world. Okay, so that's how that looks. Use the insert function, not copy and paste directly into this document. You can do it via the software, try that, that's fine. Okay, and we're done. We just go through and then we save it, and then the document is all ready to rock and roll, and we're going to move on in the next video to the upload process to the Kindle platform. Now that you've done your research, you've done the creation, and you've done your formatting, we're ready to upload it to Kindle. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.